Now I sound the way I should. All right, what am I talking about? Well, the video you're about to see is me, off the script, number 36, part number 3. My microphone was not completely plugged in, okay? The red light was on, meaning that I'm recording, meaning that it's picking up my voice, but when I went to go watch the video back, I realized that my voice was not picked up by my microphone. The microphone wasn't plugged in all the way. It was like halfway in, all right? It wasn't really secure. So my voice was not picked up by my Blue Snowball, okay? My voice was picked up by my Logitech camera. So what you're about to hear is me on a video cam microphone. It's not going to sound the greatest, but I still get my point across. I'm not going to sound like I usually do, which is always on key. All right, so you guys are going to have to deal with it today. I apologize in advance. I know I take great pride in me being a perfectionist and giving you guys the best quality in everything that I do, whether it's video games or wrestling. But I don't feel like going back and recording another 25 minutes of something that's already done and I thought was a good video and I got my opinions across. I can't duplicate what I just did, so you guys are going to see it the way it was recorded, and that's it. I'll be back tonight with WWE Hell in a Cell review. I will have my sound working properly, I promise you. So just deal with it today. Great video along the way, guys. There's a lot of news, so look forward to that. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys tonight. Hell in a Cell. WWE Network, as soon as it's over, come here. YouTube.com. I will be reviewing the pay-per-view, all right? Enjoy the video, guys. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is your number one source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, number 36, part number 3, to close out your weekend, October 26th, 2014. And as just a small reminder, if you guys aren't paying attention, it is Sunday. Thank you guys for joining me. We're closing out Off the Script with a monstrous fucking show. Also, a reminder, like I previously said, Hell in a Cell 2014 will be taking place live on the WWE Network tonight. As soon as that show goes off the air, join me on YouTube.com. I will be reviewing Hell in a Cell and all the big happenings going on tonight. At the pay-per-view. So look forward to that. It should be in your sub boxes sometime around 12 o'clock. Okay? Now, I got a huge show, guys. I got a huge fucking show for you guys. It is unreal how much news I have for part 3. This is probably one of the biggest part 3s I think I've had in quite some time. I'll go over the list of things I have for you in just a second. But I got to get through with my plugs, man. It's not an Off the Script if I don't plug my guys, right? You guys should know the deal. If you're new, subscribe. What the fuck are you waiting for? This is WWE news and rumors from the eyes and mouth of a true professional wrestling fan. WWE fan for more than 25 years. Right? I know what I'm talking about. I know what I want to see. I know what direction the company needs to go in. And if you guys want an honest opinion of the product, this is what you're going to get here on Off the Script. If you guys have been with me, if you guys know what happens here weekly on Off the Script, then I don't need to explain myself. Thank you for your continued love and support. I greatly appreciate it, all right? Number 1, if you missed Off the Script already this weekend, parts 1 and 2, all right, go check that shit out after you watch this monstrous episode, part 3, all right? Links to those videos are linked down below in the description of this video. Number 2, Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. They're coming up on their 250th episode, man. Vince Russo will be in the studio talking with LeBar, Eisenberg, and Ghoulish. Going to be a fucking epic show. If you guys don't know who they are, shame on you. They are the number 1 talk show on the internet when it comes to professional wrestling, spreading the reality of the wrestling business. Right? They have new shows just like I do here with Off the Script. In fact, it was Justin LeBar's idea to me to make this a 3-part show. All right? But if you guys don't know who they are, go check them out. Chairshot Reality at WrestleZone.com. Unbelievable talk show. You guys want it all when it comes to WWE and other outlets of professional wrestling. Those are the guys to listen to. Three bright minds in the business. So go check those guys out. If you guys also want more Chairshot, they do have a YouTube page. Whatever they do not upload to WrestleZone.com will be uploaded on their YouTube page. Exclusive content. So if you guys want exclusive content, if you're fans of the show, go check that shit out. Their link will be in the description as well for their YouTube page. Go subscribe. Go, send them some love. Tell them JD from NY sent you over there. They greatly appreciate it. All right. Number three, WrestleRumble.com. You guys want to win some money during tonight's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell? Then you're going to go to WrestleRumble.com. You're going to enter yourself in the polling. You got to pay to play, man. You got to pay to play, but it's completely fucking worth it. The guys behind it are fucking fans of the show. I'm helping them out. I'm spreading the word about what they're doing. WrestleRumble.com. You're going to enter the poll. $500 cash for first prize if you guess the winners of tonight's pay-per-view. It can't get any easier than that, man. It's going to be fucking unbelievable, all right? Second prize is $100. Third prize is $50. Fourth and fifth place, you get a free t-shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com. So go to WrestleRumble.com, fill out whatever they want you to fill out over there, and you're going to enter yourself in the polling. You're going to answer a bunch of questions, and you have up until tonight's pay-per-view, 8 p.m. start time, to get those answers into WrestleRumble.com. I'm going to enter, and I expect you guys to do the same fucking thing. Go support those guys. They support this show, so that's why I give them some plugs on here, if you guys are wondering. All right, so those guys are doing what they're doing. WrestleRumble.com. Go and support them and enter the contest. I'll be in it. Let's have some fun, and put your knowledge to the test, all right? And finally, Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want more professional wrestling here on YouTube.com, Joe is your man. Links to his Twitter and his YouTube page will be linked down below in the description of this video. Whew. I got beer in my fridge, by the way. I got beer in my fridge. Guinness Blonde. I never had it before, and it's been staring me in the fucking face for weeks now, and I finally just said, you know what? I can't look at this shit anymore, man. I have to see how it tastes. I know Guinness, and I love Guinness for being dark and smooth, and it goes down easy. I gotta see what this Guinness Blonde tastes like, so I'll be drinking that after. I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know why. But I'll be having myself a cold beverage, not only during the show. I'm not drinking beer right now. I'm drinking iced tea. But I will be drinking beer as soon as this goes off the air, all right? But let's get into the news and rumors. It's going to be a big show, guys. It's a big fucking show. WWE getting rid of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm very... I really don't care. I really don't care. It all leads up to WrestleMania anyway. But I do like, I'm not going to lie, I do like that the WWE Champion, has to kind of struggle a little bit. It should be the other way around, realistically. It should be the other way around. The WWE Champion, now that they have one champion, all right, should not have to really stress about defending his title in such a capacity inside a daunting Elimination Chamber. The challenger, the man who wins the Royal Rumble, should have the toughest road to get to WrestleMania, all right? So eliminating this pay-per-view probably is a good thing. Now, what is the WWE going to replace this with? I don't know what they have in mind, but according to Reddit user, Mets fan forever. I don't like him already, all right? He's a Mets fan. The Mets are fucking garbage, by the way, all right? I'm a Braves fan. What do you expect me to say? A former WWE employee who has broken several WWE stories in the past, WWE is planning to drop the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. He wrote the following on Friday. Word going around backstage is that this past Tuesday at the SmackDown tapings, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and there was talks about this pay-per-view being no more. The early lead names going around to replace the Elimination Chamber name will either be, and listen to this, how lame can you be? WWE Fastlane or WWE Fast Track. I'll let that sink in for a little bit, all right? I'll let that sink in while I read on here, okay? Just keep that in the back of your mind. Fast Track and Fast Lane, all right? The reason is because there is only one, and just like I just previously mentioned, one WWE champion right now. So they want to stay with the Rumble winner receiving the shot and no chamber, even the title holder in the match. Okay, even with the title holder in the match. This guy, Mets fan forever, also noted that he expects the Elimination Chamber match to be kept around as a regular match for certain pay-per-views that call for it to blow off feuds. Okay? Now, let's go back to this. Fast lane or fast track? Are we fucking racing the Daytona 500? Really? Why don't you go back to naming it WWE No Way Out? You don't need to have an Elimination Chamber. You don't need to have an Elimination Chamber, man. You don't. I don't understand the WWE's thinking there. Fast lane or fast track. That really speaks must-see pay-per-view. Are you fucking kidding me? Fast lane or fast track? How dull and unoriginal and fucking uncreative can you be? I'm sorry, this is WWE Creative we're talking about. No wonder they came up with this name. It's lame. It sucks. It's terrible. Fast lane and fast track? Whatever, man. I guarantee WWE is either going to go with one of those names if this report is true. Apparently, this guy thinks he knows someone inside the WWE who's leaking him information. But as far as the Elimination Chamber goes, I'm okay with it being gone. The Elimination Chamber is actually better than the Hell in a Cell matches are at this present stage of the game. All right? Hell in a Cell is a shell of its former self. Elimination Chamber matches are still, highly entertaining, brutal fucking matches. The last couple of Elimination Chamber matches have been fucking phenomenal. So I'm okay with this match being, around to blow off a feud. But as for a pay-per-view, it's kind of seen its day, man. The Royal Rumble winners should have the toughest road to get to WrestleMania and defend or fight for the WWE Championship. Okay, the champion going into WrestleMania should be, you know what? He should have it easier than the challenger. All right, with the Elimination Chamber and then the WWE Champion going into that to defend it, just simply go on to see if he can make it to WrestleMania. It was a little ass backwards. So I'm okay with this happening, but Fast Lane and Fast Track, god-awful fucking names that need to be erased immediately. I hope the WWE doesn't stick with either of those names. Just go back to No Way Out and minus the Elimination Chamber. It should be fine, okay? If you want to name it that, or bring back one of the other pay-per-views that you unceremoniously cut from the pay-per-view calendar. All right, Armageddon or something like that. All right, enough of these gimmick fucking pay-per-views. Bring back, give me fucking King of the Ring and Halloween Havoc, will you? Please? Please, Vince. I'm telling you right now, please, I'm on my hands and fucking knees. Give me Halloween Havoc and fucking King of the Ring, and I'll be fucking all set for WWE pay-per-views. That's what I want, all right? But am I going to get what I want? Of course not. Who the fuck am I? This is big news, which may potentially sway my viewership away from WWE. Listen to this fucking big story. There are rumors going around saying that Jim Ross, yes, JR, all right, will be broadcasting the American version of New Japan Pro Wrestling on January 4th. The show, as noted, is being promoted under Global Force Wrestling in North America, Jeff Jarrett's new promotion. Ross has denied having talks and says that as of now, there is nothing to the rumors. It is interesting to note that Ross will be in Las Vegas on January 4th, and Jeff Jarrett, double J, J-E-double-F, J-A-R-R-E-double-T. I love Jeff Jarrett in WWE. But anyway, I'm going off track. Excuse me. Jeff Jarrett has been scouting locations for TV tapings in Las Vegas. If Las Vegas ends up being the home of the company, then it would make sense to have the announcers do the American commentary from their studio. Perhaps it's a coincidence, or Ross is not allowed to say anything until Jarrett makes the official announcement. Jarrett will also be on Ross's podcast in December, less than 3 weeks before the New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view. Jarrett met with Ring of Honor head Joe Koff this past week to smooth things over and try to work out a deal that would allow the booked Ring of Honor wrestlers to appear on the pay-per-view. Until that is worked out, Jarrett would not be able to make the official announcement. This is what Jim Ross posted on his blog in regards to the rumors. Read online today where sources say that I'm broadcasting the New Japan pay-per-view on January 4th from Tokyo. Let me make this perfectly clear. I have no deal. I have not personally spoke to Jeff Jarrett since he left WWE, with me holding the bag on a blotched contract matter that I should have handled better. Lesson learned from me. Jarrett and I have agreed to have him on the Ross Report podcast that will drop on December 16th via text messages. So here's the bottom line. If we do work out something, and it's going to take a hell of a deal from me to miss my birthday, a weekend in Vegas with my wife, and the UFC on January 3rd to see Ronda Rousey fight, to travel to Tokyo to do the pro wrestling with a new partner, a new crew, and a new talent roster. If we are able to make a deal, then the publicity-seeking source can brag that he was right all along. I'm not looking to do any pro wrestling, but I'm also a businessman, and if the offer is one that I can't realistically turn down, then we will consider it, and if we commit, I will be all in, and we'll travel to Tokyo to do the play-by-play of a professional wrestling match like it was my last one. I did not stop doing pro wrestling commentary because I did not like it. It wasn't my call, but it will take a special arrangement for me to want to stick my toe back into that water again. Time will tell, but I swear to everyone that I have no deal as I type this on Thursday, October 23rd, and have zero meetings set up to discuss such with Jeff Jarrett. That is from Jim Ross on his blog. Take it as you will, and I'm going to let you know right now. If Jeff Jarrett has signed Jim Ross to a deal to announce Global Force Wrestling, I will be watching and reviewing Global Force Wrestling. Let me know what you think about that one. All right? Now, moving on. I got a lot of news to cover here, so I'm going to try and get through this. Last week, wrestling rumors were swirling around that WWE would set to feature Stone Cold Steve Austin prominently in 2015. With that said, it has been common for the company to mention his podcast often on Monday Night Raw and other programming. However, this week, as mentioned in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the mentioning of the podcast was also intended at a dig at former WWE employee, Hall of Famer, Jim Ross. Okay. Now, Jim Ross has been working with Fox Sports and hosting his own podcast, but despite allowing guests on Austin's podcast and as well Chris Jericho's podcast, WWE does not allow contracted talent to appear on Jim Ross's podcast. This was alluded to on television this past week. It was noted on the broadcast Ross's former broadcast partner and longtime friend Jerry the King Lawler was to be featured on Austin's show. In the process, it was said Lawler doesn't do many podcasts. According to Dave Meltzer, this was intended to be a shot at Ross since he cannot even book one of his best friends for his show. This is far from the first time Ross has been ribbed by the company, as even recently, a Damian Sandow segment was intended to be a shot at him. He has been rumored for a return to the wrestling world as Global Force Wrestling is still looking for its play-by-play voice. When is WWE going to grow up? One of, if not the greatest play-by-play announcers, and you keep poking fun at him. How immature are you, Vince? How old are you, Vince? Why? Why do you people in WWE continue to poke fun at Jim Ross? He is a Hall of Famer. He is the number one voice for your company. Something that Michael Cole will never, in fucking 1,000 lifetimes, come close to. Yet you want to poke fun at him. Immature fucking bullshit by WWE. That's all I got to say about that. Former WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho has never been one to shy away from sharing his feelings, and has done so once again in regards to WWE or ex-WWE superstar CM Punk. In an interview with F4W Online, Jericho discussed his past relationship with Punk, which he says was a strong relationship and strong friendship. However, he has reached out to Punk to check in on him multiple times and has heard nothing back. Jericho said, "We've worked together multiple times over the years. We always had a great chemistry, and he was one of my favorite guys to work with. But since he left WWE, he has avoided me. I've never heard one peep or squeak from him since he left. I've reached out to him a couple of times like, hey, I'm watching The Class from 78, but no response at all from CM Punk. Moreover, he went on to take the decision to not talk to him as a personal shot, not even just professional. That's his decision, Jericho said. That's kind of a drag. It's like, I understand that professionally, but leaving your friends behind is a bit of a drag. I mean, I don't give a fuck if he wrestles or not. That's what Jericho had to say about CM Punk. In the interview, he also noted how Punk went through, or what Punk went through is similar to what happened to him in 2005. Jericho felt burnt out and left the company after a feud with John Cena. However, as he said in the interview, he worked his exit perfectly with his contract expiring, unlike Punk, who walked out with months remaining following the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Jericho returned to WWE in 2012 to feud with Punk for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 28, a match which was won by Punk. It was reported Wednesday that WWE and Punk are still on really bad terms, months after him leaving. All right? A few more pieces of news, guys, and I'll let you go. It is said that when Randy Orton is given something by WWE Creative that he doesn't feel is right for his character, he turns it down in a nicer way by telling them to go ask Triple H, which is known to mean no from Randy Orton. Speaking of Orton, he may have been injured this past Monday when Dean Ambrose dove onto him from the announce table during the main event on Raw. ProWrestling.net received a report from a reader that says he saw Orton make his way over to the WWE doctor and overheard Orton saying, "The ruptured disc in my back is fucked up." I noticed Orton was upset about something when the match was happening, the source said to ProWrestling.net, and this was probably, the explanation for that. Hopefully he did not get hurt seriously and will be able to compete in Hell in the Cell tonight on the WWE Network. More news on Randy Orton. The reason for WWE rushing Randy Orton's babyface turn might be because the house shows with him headlining have drawn poorly with Orton as a heel and Dean Ambrose as the top babyface. A babyface turn for Orton would push Ambrose down to the number 3 babyface at a time when they need a strong number 1 babyface. It could also be because they want to take advantage of the RKO vines going viral last week. The storyline leading to Orton's turn has gone back weeks before the RKO Vine craze even started and was accelerated after Roman Reigns had to get his groin surgery. With Orton turning and Brock Lesnar only being around for limited dates, that would make Seth Rollins the number 1 heel. Kane would be the number 2 heel. That doesn't sound so good unless the plan is to give the repacked Bray Wyatt a strong singles heel push upon return to the company. And finally, I'm going to end with Rey Mysterio. You guys have been asking me about Rey Mysterio. This is what I got on Rey Mysterio. Dave Meltzer discussed the report from earlier this week about Rey Mysterio being done with WWE. Meltzer noted that Hugo Savinovich, who works for AAA as a liaison to Puerto Rico and U.S. business, actually said that Mysterio is done with WWE and will be back in AAA when his deal with WWE expires. Meltzer noted that this is a very touchy subject for obvious reasons and said that he is still under a WWE contract until April and WWE still wants him to come back. Ray does not want to go back to the WWE. Okay. Meltzer noted that if Mysterio doesn't go back, then they can extend his contract again. WWE does not want him walking into Lucha Underground or AAA. They also weren't happy that he was at the Lucha Underground tapings recently. Ray is allowed to visit with friends and go to shows as long as he doesn't appear on camera. The situation is strange because AAA played a video of him at Triple Mania, and AAA used Del Rio before he had even gotten his WWE released, which he hasn't gotten yet. Meltzer noted that it's really telling that Mysterio did not appear even for a guest appearance for the shows in Mexico this past weekend, especially since Flair was pulled off those shows. So the report from earlier this week is correct in the sense that Rey Mysterio considers himself done with WWE and is not wrestling for them again. But he's still locked under contract with them, and he would have to wait until his deal expires or legal action is taken so he can get out of his WWE deal. I really don't care about Rey Mysterio. You guys wanted to know, so I figured I'd throw that in there. I could care less about Rey Mysterio. He is done. He's old news. I don't think he brings anything more to the product. And my phone is going off. I don't know who the fuck is calling me. But I'm going to end this here. Hell in a Cell tonight. Review on WWE Network. As soon as it goes off the air on WWE Network, I will be here on my YouTube channel to give you guys a full review of it. And I'll go over everything that happened there. So make sure you tune into that. It should be up around 12 midnight tonight. If you guys missed anything previously off the script this weekend, links are down below. Chair Shot, Joe Cronin, WrestleRumble.com. Don't forget to sign up for that. And if you guys are new, subscribe. #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. I'll see you guys tonight on Hell in a Cell review, all right? Until then, take care, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys later tonight.